Okay guys, so today we're going to be reviewing some key features of quadratics and how you can do this in your calculator. So y'all had a check-in this morning or this afternoon that you had to do where you had to write and complete sentences about these 5 to 6 different features of graphs. Okay, 2 of them should be pretty self-explanatory. We've been working with them for a while. And then the other ones are specific to quadratics. So after you've gone over those, we're going to talk about them a little bit together. And then your worksheet will consist of having equations like this. So I just need you to look at these 2 problems, and then you are going to do your notes exactly like this. So we're going to go to y equals in the calculator, because we're going to use calculator for all this stuff when it's quadratic. And remember, quadratic just means that it's squared. Okay, so I'm going to put in x squared minus 4x plus 5. And I'm going to go ahead and hit graph to look at the picture to make sure that it does make a parabola, which is the U shape. Okay, so now I'm going to go to second, trace for the table. Remember, when you are doing quadratics, you're looking for that perfect spot in the table where the numbers mirror each other. So like it's the same on the bottom and on the top for the y. So I need to keep moving up, and now I have 26 and 26. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to fill in is my vertex, and your vertex is the point in the middle where that's the only y by itself. So I'm going to put vertex is 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to come over to my graph, and I'm going to go 2, 1 and put a point. Okay, and then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just plot some points around it that I can. So I can do 1, 2. I can do 0, 5. And I can do -1 and 10. And then since this is a parabola, you just mirror your points. So that means I can do 3, 2, 4, 5, and 5, 10. And then I draw in my parabola. Okay, I'm going to check and make sure it looks similar to my graph, which it does look similar. Okay, now what I'm going to do is draw in my axis of symmetry. And if you just did your check-in, you know that your axis of symmetry is where the parabola can fold in half. And it's always x equals, and it's your x from the vertex. So x equals 2, because that's where the line falls, where it folds in half. So I do want you to draw this line. Okay, I'm going to look at the curve, and I'm going to see the curve falls at the bottom, so therefore this is a minimum. Okay, zeros are the same things as roots, solutions, and x-intercepts. And so therefore you're looking to see where it crosses the x-axis. This doesn't cross the x-axis, so there are no solutions. The domain is how far left it can go and how far right it can go. This graph can go left forever and it can go right forever. So my domain is all real numbers. Now my range, it does only go down to about right here, and right there falls at 1. Remember, you always pull your y from your vertex. So we're going to put y, leave a little gap in 1. And since the graph is going above the 1, we put in a greater than or equal to. Now remember, you can also look at the equation to figure out if you're going to have a greater than or equal to. If the leading coefficient is positive, it's always greater than or equal to. If the leading coefficient is negative, it's always a less than or equal to. So now we're going to try our second example. Okay, back to y equals. I'm going to put in -x squared plus 2x minus 1. I'm going to hit graph. Go ahead and graph this one. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm going to go to the table. I want to find my perfect spot, which right now I have a -36 and a -16. So I'm going to move up again, and now I'm at -25 and -25. I'm going to go straight to the middle and look for the one y that's completely by itself, and that's 0, and that is my vertex. So my vertex is 1, 0. I'm going to go ahead and plot 1, 0. And then I'm just going to plot the points around it. So I have 0, -1. I have -1, -4. And then I can do -2 and -9. Now I'm just going to mirror those points. So this becomes 2 and then -1. I can do 3 and -4, and I can do 4 and -9. I'm going to draw in my parabola, and remember, put those arrows because the calculator only shows so much, so we know that it keeps going. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to work on my other information. Okay, so I'm going to fold my parabola in half, which it can fold right here. I'm going to draw that axis of symmetry line, and that axis of symmetry line falls at the x-axis at 1. Okay, this one curves at the top, so it is a maximum. Okay, remember, solutions are the exact same thing as zeros, roots, and x-intercepts. So this one does have one x-intercept, and that x-intercept, so we're going to put x equals, and it equals 1 because it's only touching at 1. Now, if it would have crossed twice, you would have had to written both. Okay, the domain, it goes left forever and it goes right forever. So I put all real numbers, and my range, I pull the y for my vertex. So y, I pull 0. Now you can look to see which way the graph is going, or you can look at your leading coefficient. All right, my leading coefficient is a negative, so that tells me less than or equal to, which I'm going to check and make sure my graph is going down, which it is. Okay, so that's what y'all are doing today. If you have any questions, please let me know.